When you change your perspective, you change your life. If you watch my videos, you likely have heard me talk about this before. And it's so fun when I have a concept that I've either learned or come up with myself or taught myself, and somehow it will continue expanding further. It's so cool when that happens. And this happened for me the other day, so I wanted to hop on and share. So when you start to do that deeper work, you're working on yourself. If you are into self-improvement, self-development, then you know about pattern shifting. Sometimes we often, if not every single one of us, most of us, or at least some point in our lives, we have challenges that are stemming from past experiences that were not great or challenging, and we had to figure out some way to deal with them. And so what we did is we developed a pattern that is a way that we knew how to cope with, a coping mechanism when we were younger. When you're a kid, you don't know how to deal with things, but you have to figure out something, right? But then what happens is you continue on with this pattern. If you're not aware of it, if you haven't done the work to look within and figure out, get curious about, what's not right in your life or your career, whatever it is for you, and why that is, then you can start to make change. But you have to identify that pattern before you can change it, before you can disrupt it. But let's say you're there, you have identified what you want to change, and you're working to start making those shifts, and that means just taking a different action. So that shift in your perspective right there, from pattern disruption, making big shifts, oh my God, this is too hard, I can't do it. If you change your perspective to the truth, which is that little shifts, just taking a different action is going to create massive shifts in your life. It's so cool. So anyhow, I've been into self-improvement, self-development for years now, over 2 decades. And so I'm pretty comfortable with the uncomfortable. But that doesn't mean that it's not hard for me. So I still have some patterns that I'm working to change. Even though I've done so much work over the years to change these patterns, I still get tested sometimes, and I'll explain what I mean by that. And it's a positive thing, and I'll explain why. But by being tested, I mean that, okay, you've identified what's not going right, and you've taken in your life, and you've taken responsibility for that. And so you're consciously trying to create change by choosing different actions. It's going to feel uncomfortable, because even if you're not happy with the current state of things, this is what you know. And so we're naturally going to be pulled back. We're going to want to gravitate back toward the pattern that we know, because this is what we soothed ourselves with for so many years, even though really having the opposite effect. And we don't often make change until we get so uncomfortable that it's no longer bearable. But once you start to pay attention to little discomforts, and then you can take that change, take a different action and make change faster, then you don't have to get really uncomfortable before you make a change. So that is super cool. But anyhow, so I'm working to make a change in a certain area by choosing different actions. And I felt the other day a little bit of dis-ease, discomfort, and a little bit of anxiety even, because I wanted to go back and do the same old pattern again. But I reminded myself, I caught myself, and I said, oh, this is just the old pattern again. You don't have to choose that. So this is a shift in my perspective. In learning to think of pattern shifting, as an exciting, positive thing, because I really did go from feeling an emotion of a little bit of anxiety to happiness and excitement, because I was able to shift my perspective to see that, oh, you're going through this experience as an opportunity. You're being given an opportunity to take a different action. And so this is why you're going to be tested whenever you are working to create change and to choose a different action. You have to have an opportunity to choose a different action. So it's not going to be easy. You're going to say, okay, this is what's not been working for me. This is why. This is what I need to do now. All I have to do is choose something different. I might still feel that uncomfortable emotion, but I'm not going to act on that fear-based emotion. I'm going to choose a different action, and naturally I will absolutely get a different outcome. Different action equals different result, 100%, right? So I got excited because I realized, okay, this is just an opportunity for you to choose a different action, and you don't have to choose that old pattern. And this awareness of what was happening got me really excited because it's also created the awareness that I am changing. And so, of course, new and better opportunities are going to be coming in naturally because I'm choosing a different action. So I wanted to hop on it and share to encourage you, if you are doing that deeper, difficult work to create change in your life and disrupt those patterns, just by taking one different action at a time, remind yourself to actually get excited about that discomfort, because you're choosing something new, so you're going to get something new, and it is absolutely going to be better than before. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video and got some value, I invite you to like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated on my next video. Also, leave a comment, ask a question. I love to hear your questions, and I reply back to every comment. I'll see you in the next one.